I was talking about the uniqueness of the red panda, the importance of the red pandas. Then I was here. Why red pandas are endangered? So red pandas are endangered. I think everyone knows here because by the assessment of the 2015 by the IUCN Red List, the number of red panda has been declined by almost 50%. So the latest assessment of the IUCN suggests that there is less than 10,000 individuals of red pandas living in the wild, and it could be as few as 2,500 in the wild. So our planet has lost. I already told that the major reason for we lost the red pandas in the entire red panda race by 50% is mainly the anthropogenic factors. So we lost their habitat, mainly the habitat, and the degradation of habitat and fragmentation of the habitat is very worse in the red panda race countries. I think Sabitiji has had announced the questions that how many countries that red pandas are in the wild in the beginning when I joined the webinar. So there are 5 red panda race countries in the world which has red pandas in the wild. So we know that the red pandas diet is bamboo. They are primarily carnivore, but later they are adapted to the bamboo diet. And if you know that the red panda is a carnivore, but they adapted to the bamboo diet later. So it's still in the zoos. They feed chickens and the pigeons. To the red pandas in a small portion. So red pandas are not able to hunt their prey in the wild. So now their primary diet is bamboo. And in the red panda range areas in the mountains or mid-hills of Nepal, the the majority of the people are dependent on agriculture practices, and they are also dependent on the livestock ranching, and which is a free range type of livestock. So all of these factors, including the construction of the roads through the community forest or national forest, is fragmenting the red panda habitat. That's why we are losing our red panda habitat in Nepal and on a global scale. So in terms of Nepal, the second biggest threat, it's not for the global thing, but in terms of Nepal, the second biggest threat for the conservation of red panda is their poaching. And when we did we as a red panda conservation focused organization, we focus on conserving red pandas. So we also keep the data. We also track the records of red panda pelts in the market that Nepal police has confiscated so far. So it's kind of worse because the real scenario of the illegal trade of red panda pelts in the market, or the real scenario of the poaching of red panda or any wildlife in the real world, cannot be indicated by the number of pelts or number of skins or number of bones of tigers or anything that comes in the market. But that can generally signifies that the of scale of poaching that should be going behind the real scene. So based on the database that RPN has, uh, mm, the illegal trade or illegal trade of red panda skin started from 2008. It was in Lalitpur district of Kathmandu Valley. In 2008, there were 2 red panda skins were confiscated. From 2008 onwards, there was only 2 years, 2009 and 2023. On that year, we didn't see any records of red panda pelts in the market. But we couldn't mention that on those years, red pandas were not killed in the real. But these are the data from the Nepal police that on those years there were no any records of red panda pelts being traded in the black market in Nepal. So until 2021, almost there was a one red panda being killed in every 10 days. But after 2021 or in 2022, the number of red panda being killed, or the number of red panda pelts being smuggled in the black market went down. And in 2023, we didn't encounter any red panda skins being traded in the market. So in 2016, we did Red Panda Network did a national kind of status survey for red pandas. So during that survey, we find out that there are 23 districts in Nepal that has red pandas presence in their district. But after 2016, the Rukum has been divided into two districts. Now we have a 24 confirmed red panda range districts in Nepal, and this slide specifically tells us about the people from which districts were involved in the illegal trade of red panda pelts in the market. And in the star districts that you can see the star one, those are from the Kosi province in eastern Nepal, where the people from those districts are involved in illegal trade of red panda pelts. And these light blue districts are the districts where the illegal red panda trader were arrested. And when we talk about these districts, definitely the people where the red pandas are found in the wild, people from those districts are involved in the illegal trade of red panda pelts. So to give you a general overview of red panda's snare, how the people say the red panda snare, this photo will tell you about the snare that will be set up for the red panda. It is a photo from Eastern Nepal, and you can see the green mosses there. It's up on the tree, and you can also see bamboo, two bamboo stumps there, and behind that bamboo, you can see some red panda pellets here. So red panda generally defecates in a single area, not always in a single area, but they generally defecate in a single latrine site. So the poachers will know that the red panda will come and visit that area. So they will put the snare there up on the tree, and they will hang a big mass of stone or wood. So when the red panda enters that is there, and it can make the snare tight. So those photos of the snare was recorded from one of our forest guardians during the regular patrolling in their community forest. And the forest guardians are the people who work as a citizen scientist from the local communities. They generally monitor red panda and their habitat. I'll talk more about the forest guardian program later. So these are the news bulletins that generally we used to see during 2022, but in 2023 we didn't see any record of red panda pelt being traded in the market, which is good news at least. And these are the photos of red pandas being handled by the local communities in Nepal. So Red Panda Network, as I told you before, we have a forest guardians. Now we have around 128 forest guardians throughout Nepal. Almost 10% of them are females. And the forest guardians are the people who monitors the red panda habitat. They monitors illegal thing being done in their forest, and they keep the records, and they report the such actions to the Division Forest Office or the government of Nepal. So the people will be people will be will be uh, will be will be verified if they have done any wrong thing. Yes. And generally in Nepal, in Nepali context, we Nepali people don't respect wildlife very much, because uh, yeah, any wildlife any wildlife that wanders in the villages, or if we see any wildlife, it is taken as a pest. And in the case of red pandas, it's a really cute one, and everyone want to make them domesticate, or they want to capture it, or they want to kill it, uh, despite they don't do any harm for the local people. And our forest guardians are the people who are involved in the rescue and release of the such illegally kept red pandas in the villages. I think we have rescued more than 20 red pandas throughout Nepal so far. Our forest guardians are mainly involved in that cases. And I was in the field work in Ilam district last month. It was in 17th March, and there was a red panda which came down really low altitude in a village. So we were called to rescue that red panda, and it was a 8 hours of operation with the forest guardians, and we captured that red panda, and we released that on his natural habitat. So you can see a lady here. Her name is Bimala Mokhtan. She's in her 20s, I think, and she's from the eastern Nepal, and she's one of our forest guardians. And we when we started the Red Panda Network in 2007, we launched the project Pune Kundu. Pune Kundu means it's a red panda in eastern Nepal. So with the project Pune Kundu, we hired the local people who knows the forest well, who are in a good characteristics in their village, and the respective community forest recommended that person to be a forest guardian. And then we trained them to monitor red pandas, not only red pandas, and also to monitor the other endangered wildlife in their village, in their forest. And now we have around 120 forest guardians throughout the Nepal, not throughout the Nepal, but 13 red panda range districts where we are currently working. And Bimala has a story. Bimala, she is the second generation of forest guardians from his family. His uncle was also the forest guardian before, and the one of the pictures that I presented before, one of the red pandas that was captured by the people from the Indian side, because our village is in the district where it borders with the India. So opposers came to his village and he captured a red panda in the night, and it was kept in a cow shed. So when the Bimala knew that one, so she took the action, and she took the villagers to that cow shed, and she was able to release that red panda captured by the person who came through the India, and the red panda was safely released to the wild. And to 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 act, or to counteract with the all the threats that red panda has been facing, we also collaborate with the government of Nepal, and in 2019 we provided technical and financial support to the government of Nepal to develop and endorse the first Red Panda Conservation Action Plan for Nepal, and which is also the first action plan uh, among the Red Panda Range countries. And we also supported government of Bhutan to build the action plan, and all of our ground conservation activities that's targeted for the conservation of red pandas are guided by this conservation action plan. And uh, uh, and the, and it's ex- it's just expired last year, and we are reviewing it, and we will be developing a new action plan for the next maybe 10 years. And as a conservation organization, it's very important to be our conservation activities guided by the science. So we also in GPS color 10 wild red pandas in eastern Nepal in 2019 and 2020, and all the monitoring data that has been analyzed, and those data are already published in the peer-reviewed journals. And and there is a news for you guys that we have been launching a new science series, which is called Conservation Science Series on YouTube, and that the first episode of that YouTube series will be released on YouTube of Red Panda Network this Thursday evening. So please keep keep following us on the YouTube. You will be will be releasing maybe 22 episodes of conservation science series, where we'll be featuring our uh, published Red Panda or conservation based articles in a video abstract way, where the respective authors of the papers will be elaborating in a very certain visual way, that you will have some ideas about the all the research papers that we have been able to publish. Uh, and to count, especially during the COVID and after the COVID too, we took support from the from one of the popular actor in Nepal, who is Dayahang Rai, and he's our goodwill ambassador for Red Panda conservation. And you can watch movie, uh, very popular movies from him, and I think he has been releasing one movie every month since few months back. So Dayahang is our conservation ambassador, and we have been able to reach to many uh, uh, people in the villages or the rural areas and urban areas, to flow the message of red panda conservation, and it was very helpful to reach to the greater audience with the help of Taihang. And next, moving on to the to one of the main theme, or one of the main approach that currently Red Panda Network is focusing, is habitat restoration. And when we did the first national type of status survey of red panda in Nepal, we found out that the habitat of red panda in Nepal is fragmented into more than 400 different patches. So it's very crucial to counter that challenge. And for that one, we have been investing a lot of resources in restoring red panda habitat. And this is one of the example you can see here through the satellite image, that the around 1,000 hectare of peak land, which is barren, and the very degraded one in Ilam district of Eastern Nepal. And it is very important that the area also connects two important habitats between India and Nepal. So we have been focusing to restore that area, and that area has been degraded so much. The degradation of the area is in the stage 5, which means there is no tree cover. The the quality of soil, and the vegetation, there is no any vegetation in that area. So we are trying to restore that area, and to restore that area, we have different approaches. So we possess the nature. uh, if you I think every one of you are aware that the land tenure system in the middles of Nepal, anywhere in Nepal, because there will be a big area of forest, and there will be a certain patch of land inside that forest that has ownership of on the people, and they can utilize the whole forest with the free range livestock, and they can rear the livestock there. So to mitigate that pressure from the livestock, we have been purchasing private lands in those critical areas. And Jaubari in eastern Nepal is one of the that critical area that we have been focusing now. So far we have been able to purchase around 40 hectares of private lands. That means 800 rupees for the Nepali audience. We have been able to purchase around 800 rupees of land, and that land has been transferred into the government of Nepal. So the ownership of that land is with the Division Forest Office in Ilam. So after that, because in this photo you can see the importance of that area. If you see on the right hand side, there you can see the forest, and that part is Indian side. India has a protection system from the from the from the uh, from the from the time of the British there. So that's a single island aspect there. So they have a good red panda habitat. They have a Royal Bengal tiger and clouded leopard and everything. So on the right, on the left side, that's that sunny area is Nepal side, and it has been barren and it had been overgrazed by the livestock. So we purchased that area, and we have been actively restoring that area. So you can see a tree nursery there. Um, it has been now 7 years we have been restoring that area, and you can see a very good thickets of bamboo on the downside of the road, and you can see a line of fence there that's made of bamboo mesh. And the bamboo that uh, bamboo on the downside of the road is not planted one. That's the naturally regenerated bamboos. So we only assisted it to be the artificial natural regeneration. So ANR is the best technique to restore that area. And on the other part of the road, we fence with the metal fences, and we have been actively planting trees that is endemic, that is 100% endemic, and our priority is the tree species that is favorable for red pandas. And we have 10 such nurseries in that areas to produce the seedlings of endemic tree species there. So the survival rate will be high, because I think it is one of the main restoration project in those kind of environment in Nepal. Otherwise, we cannot find any such kind of project in Nepal in the such kind of climatic condition, and it takes a considerable amount of time to to raise the trees. So this is one of the photos of that has been raised on that forest conservation nurseries in Chaubari area, and this seedling is of Himalayan white beam, which is one of the roosting tree for the red pandas, and also the fruit of this tree, the Himalayan white beam, is also favored by the red pandas. So I talked about the bamboo mesh fence that we use to stop the livestock to enter in our tree planting site. It was quite helpful, but we need to repair that one every year because it's not stable. So in place of that one, we also use such kind of mesh wire fence. So it's quite durable, but it costs a lot. You can imagine the cost of this one as 1 million to 1.5 million Nepali rupees per kilometer. So you can see the differences between the inside the fences area, the vegetation and the grasses on the left side, and the other side it's a open grazing area, and you can see the all the grasses have been grazed by the livestock. So we mobilize the communities, local communities to raise saplings or seedlings in the forest conservation nurseries, and we also mobilize them to plant and protect. We don't plant and leave the area. We plant and we care the plants throughout the year. So in that particular area, we have been employing the local people for almost 6 months in a wage basis. So they are making money for their livelihood. And now when they see the changes in their habitat, they think that conservation is possible, and conservation can be led by the local communities. So this is one of the drone images of our restoration site. You can see the whitish swan tree. That tree took. You can guess how many years it took to be the height of a person, or 5 feet. We planted this one in the June 5 of 2016, and now it's almost 7 or 8 years. So it's only the height of 5 feet. So it takes a considerable amount of time to raise seedlings and such areas. And you can also imagine that this species is the fast growing species for that area. And as a as part of the investment plantation and post-planting care, we also follow the trees that we planted. We manure them. We use the green manures that's collected from the forest. We protect them from the frost, snow, and wind. And you can see jute mat here. This is one of the techniques that we used in Jaubari area to protect uh, the planted seedlings of Himalayan white bean from the forest and the snow, and also the mulching mats that's made from the used jute bags is also useful to protect their um, moisture content during the dry season, because there's no any water sources now. So these are the local people from the areas that we have around 30 such local peoples. So we train them on a regular basis every year about the tree planting, nursery management, and care and post-planting cares of the trees. And we call them restoration stewards. So many of them uh, are permanently engaged in our tree reforestation site. So this is a photo of a family that has been part of our reforestation, and the father, mother, son, and daughter-in-law. The daughter-in-law was our nursery caretaker. Now the mother, so her mother-in-law took over that job, and all of them are employed in our restoration site, planting trees, post-planting care, manuring, mulching, and everything. And the area is quite dry during the March April season, so we need the water to irrigate the plants. So we make water conservation ponds. We also employ the local communities to make the water conservation ponds, and we need to use the plastic seeds to protect or to collect monsoon water, rainwater, and such water conservation pond can harvest around 73,000 liters of water that we use for our tree growing nurseries, and also for the plants that we planted in our restoration sites. You can see three different water conservation ponds made there, and the people's working on the restoration sites. This is one of the example that I wanted to share uh, is the Jaubari area is barren for many years, maybe 180 years, because we have a written document that there was no any trees there for 180 years. But we also have I can identify that there used to be trees, because we can see a log that was kind of fired at that time. So it says that the restoration of that area is possible. So that's it. And I think when we work with the local communities, when we made the local community stewards of their uh, areas and their wildlife, we can really save, and we can really bring them together for the conservation of red pandas or any endangered wildlife. So thank you for joining us this evening. And again, sorry for the delay, and sorry for any technical mistakes during the presentation. And if you have any questions, please feel free to send us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your such a wonderful presentation that it has. Uh, it in a disco. It was like knowing the real ground reality of red panda conservation status. So, sir, we'll take some questions from our participant too. I also have some a couple of questions to you. So, while I'm asking some questions to you, I would request our participant to write down the questions, and I would be choosing from those kind of questions and ask our guest. Is that okay, sir?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Um, I would be asking some questions then. So, as I have encountered that our red pandas have been highly poached because of its pelts, right? There has been no any demand in the market regarding its pelt, but there has been higher number of red panda being poached for solely for its for its pelts, and some of its species live animal have been captured as a form of to sell as a pets in different parts of world, right? So in those instances where the red pandas are captured alive, and there have been many instances that those captured red pandas have been sent to like central zoo or different kind of places for its rescue and rehabilitations, but those kind of initiative hasn't been successful. Like for example, in 2013, the red panda from the Raimet sub district has
Mhm.
been sent to Central Zoo, but it died after some time because maybe of the climatic factors, or maybe the food, or maybe diet, or different issues, or health issues. It died. So, uh, what could be the futures in the future? This kind of events would be more common, right? Because it would be posed, it would be like captured, it would be seized. But how to rehabilitate or to have a effective rescue of red panda that could like ensure uh, uh, its health and its like life? How do
Mhm.
you think about that?
Thank you, Savitri. As you know, as a researcher of red pandas, that the use of red panda pelt is nothing. There's no any valid reasons to kill the red pandas and trade red panda pelts in the market. There is no any clue that the red panda is being traded across the border uh, between Nepal and India or Nepal and China. So when we did a qualitative research in 2018 uh, to ask why people are poaching red pandas and why it's being traded. So we didn't find any clue for the red panda spells or red panda spells being any cultural or medicinal values, uh, or any kind of wild doesn't have any kind of medicinal or cultural values. So there's no any reason. And uh, for the red panda rescue thing, I think the biggest role is with the government of Nepal. Our government really needs to take initiatives uh, in 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 establishing a rehabilitation center, rescue, rehabilitate, and release. 3R. Not only rescue and rehabilitate, but also need to release them in the wild. So it's really a high time to think about that one by our government, and I think our government is also uh, working on that side by making required laws, policies, and directives. Last month, I was reading the forest regulations from the Kosi province, and they have planned to make some guidelines for the rescue of or rescue and release of wildlife. So they are working on, but it should be prioritized by the central government too, and I think that will happen in near in the future. And the red panda being a very sensitive and endangered wildlife, as you put the example of the red panda rescued and brought to the central zoo in 2013, and that died. without proper care, maybe. So the red panda, that the twin red pandas they rescued in 2015 is still alive in the zoo. Maybe they have now some knowledge about the enrichment of the habitat in the enclosure, and they have a better place for the red pandas now. But they really need to upgrade that one. And I think the biggest thing to do by the government of Nepal is to plan for the rescue and release and rehabilitate the wildlife, because in the district in Nepal, when there is an incident of any wildlife uh, needs the rescue, there's lack of technicians, there's lack of funding. So Red Panda Network is fortunate to support our government in the areas where we are working to release and rescue the red pandas to the many district forest offices. But it should be institutionalized, and it should have our government should have a proper plan and investment on that sector. Yeah, and people think that the red panda is very easy to capture and not harmful, but people really need to know that the red panda is really dangerous. If they try to capture them, and they can severely bite, and they can even break your hand or fingers if they bite you. So we need to make this awareness among the people when we take any kind of conservation workshops in the villages. Yeah.
Um, we are having some questions over here, but still I want to ask you another question, sir. I don't think that you would mind it.
No,
So,
no.
sir, so there's are like good numbers of funds that are dedicated to our the conservation of red panda, right? So, like for the funds are dedicated to its ecological researches. Some are like funds are like dedicated toward the livelihood upliftment of the local community, and some are for raising awareness.
Mhm.
But but what are your thoughts on like we are just implementing so much funds, but don't we need to like measure the effectiveness, or it's what is it doing any sort of like need of measurement or determining its effectiveness of that project or and that effect that initiative, shouldn't that be kind of priority of our researcher or any project? What are your take on this question?
Yeah, definitely. This is a good part that you have been following, and as a conservation organization that's dedicated to red panda conservation, we have a 5 years of project cycle. So, and that has been approved by the government of Nepal, and we assess that one with the help of the government of Nepal, and there will be a third party assessor to our project, and we also do hire some third parties to assess the effectiveness of our consumption models. And recently we did that one, and the areas that we have been working for more than a decade. So the studies, the assessment tells that now we need to focus more on the habitat restoration, uplifting the local livelihoods. So we are doing that one, and we reduce the investment in awareness and education in those areas where we have been working for more than 1 decade, and we have been shifting our working areas where the education and outreach is necessary, and we have been investing more money, maybe 60% of our annual budget in the conservation and restoration of red panda habitats, and maybe 25% to the to the livelihood opportunities. Yeah, and that's really necessary to assess the effectiveness of our own thing. So that will guide the next steps of our conservation activities. Uh, yes.
Thanks, sir. We have a couple of questions over here. Siddharth Sapkota asked,
Yes.
ask you,
Yes.
as
Yes.
I think you can see in the meeting chat
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would.
I can read the
Mm,
questions from the Siddharth Sakuraji.
mm-hmm,
Uh, yeah, definitely. No, we are always keen to train or employ environmental or any forester or zoologist uh, to collaborate with us, and we have internship opportunities. We have volunteership programs, so you can send your CV to us. You can write to us anytime. We'll get back to you when we need support from the people like you, Siddharthji. Uh, so I'll type the email address that you can send the CV to us. And there's a question from Swarnima Khatriji that about the significance of red panda to the ecology and culture of Nepal. Uh, I think many people knows that the significance of red panda to the ecology and culture of Nepal, because red panda is one of the endemic species for Nepal, and it has a pride connected to the red with our country. So it can generate revenues in terms of uh, tourism. Uh, in Eastern Nepal, we started the red panda based community tourism, and we try to raise funds with the eco trips, where the people can sign up to come and visit red panda habitat, to see the red pandas in the wild, and to interact with the local communities, to work with the local communities for the conservation of red pandas. And that has been able to generate some portions of our annual budget, and our 100% of saving will go to the conservation of red pandas. And we also benefit local communities by employing them as a nature guide or red panda trackers, who can we can track red pandas, and they can show the red pandas to their guests. And the local communities in Ilam districts, they have been running homestays. We provided training support to the homestays, and now they have been able to welcome guests to see the red pandas there, and they have been making money or generating revenues from that one too. So it has a significance in terms of tourism. In terms of culture, I think culture. In terms of culture, I think there are some symbols or meanings of red pandas in the Tibetan culture or Sherpa community, and also for I see some of the use of the red panda pelts by the Magar community, but that's in a negative way. So definitely there is the cultural significance of red pandas in Nepal.
Uh, we have come to the end of our conservation conversation. So before that, I would like to thank you, Sonam sir, for your time and valuable presentation. We were very informed about the present conservation status of red panda, and I hope that many youth, like our students, our young researchers, were motivated by your presentations. And I would like to thank our participants who were like there for with patience throughout our conservation series. Despite there were technical glitches over here, I would like to we very much humbly would like to thank you. And I would like to thank Savina for assisting me to conduct this series smoothly. And I would like to inform all of you to tune to our conservation conversation series in the upcoming days. So we will brought many different researcher, expert to uncover different kind of series of conservation stories, some kind of different informations regarding the wildlife conservations and stories. So thanking you all, I would like to uh, thank everybody for your participations and being there for this whole nearly more than 1 hour. So despite it was longer than our time, it was you all participated with more uh, enthusiasm. So we'll see you in the next conversation series. And I would like to thank you, Sonam sir, for your time and for your um, just being there for us, for many researchers like us. So I would like to thank you for that. And saying this, I would like to thank you all and in this conservation series. Thank you all. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Namaste,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Thank you, Nepal
हुन्छ हस् थ्याङ्क यू सर
House.